Welcome to Bird Beak Buffet, our virtual show and tell here at Chisholm Historic Farmstead with Metro Parks of Butler County. My name is Laura Askew. I'm the Ag Ed Farm Manager. And do you know what our topic is for today? Birds. Did you know that there's over 18,000 different species of birds on the planet Earth? And they're the only animals that have feathers. Now, besides their size, their shape, and the color of their feathers, how can we tell the difference between birds? Well, one of the adaptations that they have are their beaks. During this program, we're going to learn how you can identify birds by their beaks. We will be using different objects to show you. For example, we've got our toy, our stuffed animals here. This is a duck. We will also be using some items which are part of our outdoor education department. These are study skins or mounted specimens. These birds are not alive anymore. We use them to help educate people because it's difficult to see them sometimes out in the wild. Also, we have to have a special permit from the Division of Wildlife to be able to have these as part of our collection. Our first section is going to be what fits the bill. And we will study our local birds species that we have here in Butler County. Then if you have the opportunity to print off your bird beak cards, some of those will be the answers to the bird stations. And then of course we're going to end our program with a live animal presentation. And I wonder what kind of animal it's going to be. Each bird species has a special beak and tongue, which is adapted to eating a certain type of food. After millions and millions of generations, birds have evolved specialized beaks. One species can often eat a type of food that no other bird can eat, which limits competition for that same food resource. However, if that bird's habitat changes and its food is no longer available, that bird might die because it can't find anything else to eat, unless it can, of course, adapt its diet. There are some birds, such as this American crow, that have very versatile beaks. Crows are omnivores, which means they eat both plants and animals, such as fruits, nuts, seeds, peanuts, berries, but also dead and live animals. So if one type of food isn't available, they can always eat something else. One of our species of woodpeckers in Butler County adapts its diet depending on the season and what is or isn't available. This downy woodpecker will eat fruits and berries and insects during the spring and summer. Then in the fall and the winter, it must switch its diet to seeds and grasses to survive. Let's look at a few more birds and their specialized beaks, like this ruby-throated hummingbird. Notice the long beak. It even has a longer tongue, which is inserted deep into the flowers to retrieve nectar. These birds feed insects to their young during the summer, too. Have you seen this timberdoodle around? It's also called a woodcock, and they have an amazing long beak and tongue. The end of this beak can snap shut very quickly when it detects movement from an earthworm down deep in the mud. Here's a common redbird, or our northern cardinal. Notice its very short, conical-shaped beak, which is very strong and can break open tough seeds. Barn swallows have a large, gaping mouth that acts like a net to trap insects while they are flying. They have small, stiff feathers called rictal bristles near their beak, which helps locate these insects. So here's another example, one of our mounted specimens that we use for education purposes. This is a turkey vulture. Now notice its beak. Very sharp, curved, strong beak, and it's designed to rip apart animals. Their prey is not live animals, it's actually dead animals. So turkey vultures are scavengers. So here's another example of a bird of prey. This is a great horned owl. It's our largest owl that we have here in Butler County. And notice its very, very sharp, curved beak. This bird of prey eats live animals, and it uses that very sharp beak that's very well adapted for being the hunter of the night. So now is a great time to print off your bird beak cards because we're getting ready to do our bird stations. So this is station number 1. This utensil is going to represent a beak for a bird, has a large beak, and this bird eats animals that live in the water. He flies down, he scoops up things in the water, and the water comes out of his beak, And then he has the animals to eat. So this is station number 2. This bird has a beak, kind of like a straw. And it inserts its beak into flowers, and it uses it like a straw to help suck up nectar from the flowers. Now this is station number 3. And this bird has a beak. It's long, pointed, and when it catches something in the mud, like an earthworm, it can snap the end of its beak. So this is station number 4. And this utensil will represent a very small bird with a small beak, which is designed to root around in the ground and also up in flowers to get their seeds. Very, very small seeds. So this is station number 5. And this bird eats plants and animals. So it's an omnivore. And it will swoop down, goes down into the water, and its beak strains the water out so that it's left over with either plants or animals in its mouth to eat. So here are the answers to the bird stations. Number 1, pelican. Number 2, hummingbird. Number 3, the woodcock or timberdoodle. Number 4 is a small bird, either sparrow or finch. And number 5 is a duck. So the next couple bird species, the brown creeper and the white-breasted nuthatch, are 2 very fun species to look at while you're taking a hike through the parks. Check out the pointed and slightly curved beak on this brown creeper, which is designed to help them reach into small crevices and holes to get out seeds and insects. We have a coloring page with the brown creeper and this white-breasted nuthatch for you to color, and also have fun with the beak fill page too. Cuckoos on the farm, and we aren't talking about the wild yellow or black-billed ones either. We have 2 cuckoo Moran chickens that are 2 years old and reside here on the farm. Morans come in several different colors, but our cuckoos are black and white. They have a similar pattern to the barred Plymouth Rock breed. Notice her thick curved beak, which is adapted to help eat plants and animals since she is an omnivore. Other farmers raise Morans as a dual-purpose breed, both for meat and egg laying. Our 2 cuckoos are the heaviest chickens that reside at the farm. They also lay beautiful, large, chocolate brown colored eggs, which is one of the reasons that cuckoo Morans are so popular. Come on out and visit her and the rest of the chickens at the Chisholm Historic Farmstead. Thanks for joining us for our virtual show and tell Bird Beak Buffet. Our next one is scheduled for Sunday, January the 17th at 2 p.m. If you're not able to join us, don't worry. It'll be on our website at yourmetroparks.net. And go to log off, shut down, get outside. Looking forward to seeing you then. Bye.